بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you again, wherever you are. I welcome you again with this lecture with your program Fatwa Life. The first question tonight from someone who's asking about his mother who's sick. She cannot fast because of the doctor's orders. She's over 6 years old, and his father does not take any money to her for iftar. There's not enough money right now because of the financial situation we're in. Can we stop on feeding the 10 needy and give any money? What she had 450. I could pay the same money she has since my father died until now. How are we going to solve the problem? First of all, we need to fix who told you in the fidya of the siyam for the sick person that feed, who told you there is 10 needy. The feed of 10 needy is in the kafarat yamin for the swearing from the middle of what you feed them, or they close, or free enough slave, and then fast in 10 times. That's if you swear. But who cannot fast because of elder age or an illness, then it has to be feedden. To feed a needy for each day. If you have 10 days, then 10 needy. But know that Allah Azza wa Jalla obligated you what you can. Allah said, fear Allah as much as you can. Allah does not burden more than you can. Who cannot fast because of his illness, and he cannot feed because of his poverty, nothing on him. And this is the ease of Allah Azza wa Jalla. You know that person who came to the Prophet ﷺ. He said, I'm destroyed, Prophet. He said, what destroyed you? He said, I had sex with my wife in Ramadan, in the day of Ramadan. He said, can you fast 2 months in a row? He said, no, I can't. To free a slave? He said, no. Give 60 needy food? He said, I don't have money. He said, sit down. So the Prophet ﷺ brought with a lot of dates. He said, here, take this and feed 60 of you. He said, Prophet of Allah, there's no house is more needy of this date except us. We are the most needy in this in Medina. So he said, go and give it to and feed your family. Someone was asking, can I give payments? Like, if that's what allowed, you can. Allah, you need ease and do not need difficulties on you. He don't want this religion to be difficult. Someone is asking, can I give the zakah for my daughter who is married and she has 3 kids, or to her husband, who take care of that family? But the woman, if she wants any, her father is supposed to spend on her. That's not from the zakah. but not responsible for the husband of his daughter, the husband of her daughter. So he can pay for the husband of her daughter, so she will benefit from that, inshallah. But who is giving the money? The husband, not the daughter. I mean, can my father give the zakah to his nephew? Yes, if he deserves the zakah. If he's on the needy, because your charity on your relative is a charity and kinship. Someone said, I rented an apartment. He told him to pay the first and last month and the deposit. If there's zakah on the last month and the deposit, so the people, they learn, so they consider you have to pay the first month and last month and the deposit. The answer, there's not a money that you pay zakah on, because what your hand is not on it and you cannot control it. It's not from your zakah. You cannot take that money anytime, only if you leave the house or if you're kicked out. As long as you reside in the house, you cannot have that in your possession. And the last month you already paid it, so it'll be a rent. Not so you'll be saved. He's gonna take that from the rent. In summary, for you to pay the zakah, you have complete control, meaning you'll be able to have the money and to benefit from it. So whatever your hand is out of it, so it's not zakah. The money that is confiscated, every money taken off its owner, that's not a zakah money. The reason, not control. I mean, someone's asking, his wife, she has a son that's 7 years old. Can she lead the prayer? He's still 7 years old. Can she lead the prayer for him? I hope it is open, because of what Ahmad and Abu Dawud and others narrated Waraqah, the daughter of Abdullah ibn al-Harith, that the Prophet ﷺ, he made a mu'adhin for her and ordered her to lead the prayers in her household. And the hadith, there's the weakness in it, but the work on it, on the scholars, especially we're talking about a boy, is not required to pray to begin with. It is just an exercise period, because the Prophet said, "Omor them to 7 and beat them after 10, and separate between them in the bed." Now we come to the important question, to call to the Abraham religion. Unfortunately, it's just like the fire going into people everywhere. It is a way to have political issues from playing games with the occupiers of Palestine. If you look at it from Shara point of view, how we read it, how we gonna look at it. And our nowadays, we are going through a very affliction, one of the most dangerous thing that the Muslim soul came under, which is to call to a theory of mixing Islam and other religions that is diverted, and to put the Muslims with them in one claiming this is the religious of Ibrahim, taken that Ibrahim is a prophet that's accepted from all the religions that is known nowadays. They said to leave the dispute, but we need to work on the thing that is common between us. And initially, we forget that is disputed about it. Actually, it is through history, it has different forms. In our history, from the Mutasawwifa, they have the theory of solutions and the oneness of existence. They call it something like this. Some of them, they said that all the different religions, just like the different school of thoughts in Islam, Jews, Christians, Buddhi, whatever, it's just like the different school of thoughts. And they even Ibn Arab the scholar Ibn al-Arabi is very known scholar, but Ibn Arabi is a different one. He's a Sufi, and he have so many statements in secularism. What did he say? Listen what he said. He said, before today, deny my friend. If our religion are not the same, now my heart accept every form. It's a poetry that his heart accept everything, even non-religious. Yeah, the religion of love. So his the love is his religion. He makes everything. This story went through history until our days, and so many different forms of breaking the Islamic camp. And the question is that can we unite Islam and Christianity? We could have common interest for the country, but we're talking about from a religious point of view. Can we get the essential belief? Because this about the common interest of the interest of the country is different. No one can dispute that everybody gonna work together in that. But we're talking about from a religion point of view. Can there be one of the Christian? His name is Ibrahim Locha. He answered, there is no way of one statement. Either one of them has to accept the principle of the other. either to believe in the Trinity and his death and his resurrection, and everybody will be Christian, or or to believe a Messiah is a prophet and everybody become a Muslim. He said there is no way to have full unity unless one of them take the principle of the other, either to believe in the Trinity and all their belief in it, and then everybody will be Christian, or believe in the humanity of Isa to be a prophet, then everybody become a Muslim, and there is no middle ground between the two camps. So this expression of closeness between the religion, when you put it under Islamic form, how do we value that? It could be to mix between Islam and others, and it could be to live together. It's not accepted the first one, but the second one, it looks into the policy of the community. The mix between Islam and Christianity and what comes beyond that. This is, as we say and we stress so many times, this is cheating. It's not less in its ugliness from the cheating in commercial that is forbidden in every civilized country. But to have a common ground to live together, this is something acceptable, and Allah Azza wa Jal established the whole universe on that. Allah put the earth, He put it for humans and people with different colors and nationality. They are for each other. Also, some facts that you need to understand. The number one, there's nothing, no true religion except Islam, and it is the seal of religions and is superior over any other religion before it. Allah said, the religion to Allah is Islam, and whomever wants beside Islam as a religion will not be accepted from him, and he'll be among the losers in the hereafter. Second thing is, Quran is the last book that descended, and it supersedes every other book before it. And to have any reason for fraternity is not accepted. You have to believe of that they are the Torah and the Bible. They were changed, diverted, and Allah Azza wa Jalla sent the Quran that's superior over both. That it has the rules of Quran applies, not any other rules that's in there, and Allah will not accept nothing but Islam as a religion. So Quran will superior over any other previous books. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the last messenger. Every prophet was sent to his people, and for us he was sent as the whole. And we did not send you except completely to people as a guide and a warner. But a lot of people don't know. And another, and indeed, is blessed the one who sent the Quran Said, "O people, I am your
لو كان موسى الآن حنيف
Lord."
ما وسعه إلا أن يتبع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. لو كان عيسى
If
حيا
Isa was
ما
alive,
وسعه
he
إلا
will
أن
have no
يتبع
other
رسول
choice
الله
but to follow the
صلى
Prophet
الله عليه
Muhammad
وسلم.
sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
أولم يكفهم
Was not
أنا
enough
أنزلنا
that we have
عليك
descended
الكتاب
the
يتلى
book that
عليهم
is recited on
إن في
them.
ذلك لرحمة
It is a
لمن
mercy
خاف
from you, Lord, for people who believe.
من الثوابت والمعالم
From the things are known,
أن كل من لم يدن بدين الإسلام فهو كافر سواء أكان كفره عنادا أم جهلا. وفي الباب حديث أبي
there is the hadith of Abu
أن
Hurairah
النبي
that the
صلى الله
Prophet
عليه
sallallahu alayhi
وسلم
wasallam said,
والذي نفس محمد بيده
"Ya Allah, who
لا
has control
يسمع
of my
بي
soul,
أحد من
no one
هذه
hear from me in this ummah,
يهودي ولا نصراني ثم يموت ولم يؤمن بالذي أرسلت به إلا كان من أصحابي.
the Prophet sallallahu anyone who hear about me and not follow me, he is among the people of the hellfire." Allah said in the Quran, "All people of the book, come to a common statement between you and us. We will not dispute, neither in our books nor our messengers, that we will not worship nothing but Allah, and we have no partners with Him, and none of us will use each other as Lord." And Allah Azza wa Jal saying to the people of the book, the ones who claim that Ibrahim missed him, "Oh, people of the book, why are you arguing about Ibrahim? And the Torah and the Bible was not descended except after him. Don't you see? Now you have disputed what you have knowledge about. Why are you disputing what you have no knowledge about? And Allah knows, and you don't know." Ibrahim was not a Jew or Christian, but he was Hanif to Allah. He was not among the people who put partners with Allah. The most prior of Ibrahim, those who followed him, and this prophet, and those who believe. And Allah is the ally of the believers. And Allah is the supporter of the believers. Then Allah said, some of the people of the book, they wish that they could put you astray, and they only put themselves. And then Allah addressed the people of the book, why are you disputing with Allah's and you are being aware of it? لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. So those who buy with Allah's ayat, they a very cheap price, these have no value, and Allah do not look at them at the day of judgment, and do not, they have severe punishment. And some of them, they turn their voice so you could think it's from the book. And it's not among Allah, and they claim Allah the lies, and they know. If they reach the time of the Prophet to believe in him, and to support him, and to follow the religion that he came up with, and the book that he was descended on him. Allah said, if he took the covenant from the prophets, from what I gave you of wisdom, and then you have a messenger who supports what you have, you're going to believe in him and to support him. And then he said, did you admit? And they said, yes. He said, then bear witness, and among the witnesses with you. And whomever went after that, these are the rebellious. Anything else besides the religion of Allah they want, and to him embrace Islam, everybody in, and to him they should go back to. Say, we believe in Allah and what descended to us, and what sent to Ibrahim, Ismail, and Ishaq, and Yaqub and Asbat,
وما أوتي موسى
and what Musa was given and Musa and the messenger before that, we don't dispute among them, and we are submitters to him. And who wants beside Islam as a religion, it will not be accepted from him, and he is among the losers in the day of judgment. Ameen. And then the ayat, they continue talking to the people of the book. Oh, people of the book, why are you disbelieving in the signs of Allah, and Allah witnessing of what you're doing? See, people of the book, why are you rejecting someone who believe, and you want it crooked, and you are witnesses, and Allah is not unaware of what you're doing? Oh, who you believe, if you follow some people of the book, they will turn you after your faith as disbelievers. How could you disbelieve and you have the signs of Allah is recited, and among you is your messenger, Allah's messenger, and whomever holds on to the signs of Allah, he is guided to the straight path. Someone's asking, I own a media company, and I always make and I make a media about I get something with the loan. You have a loan. This company that advertise, and we said about the if you expect that loan to come back, then you pay the zakah. But if not accepted, then you don't do it unless you hold it, unless it becomes under your possession. And then we added that the merchant who control that do not sell on the price of his day, he look at the change of the market. He don't have to pay the zakah every year, only when he sells. He pays zakah on 1 year, no matter how long it stays. This is the Maliki fiqh. It is easier on the people who pay the zakah from the majority, and there is goodness in both. A lot of food and medicine, they use hormones, enzymes. We don't know if there's zakah on it, and there is no replacement or difficult. In that one, we have to look at Allah saying, and the food of the people of the book is allowed. So what you know there is forbidden, but if you, it's allowed. But if you know certain thing, it is big, it did not change to something else, then you stay away from it. Is taking the teeth will break your no, but make sure none of the liquids go to your stomach. They have something that vacuum everything. Try your best. None of that stuff goes into your place. And the same thing with the asthma medicine. Can you go to the American court to pay alimony, because that's the only way he could pay on time, since he is not really someone who is organized. We said yes, you can bring the to support the Shara, because there is no power for the Islamic institutions, but there is one for the court system. Because the alimony is something, it's a common between them. If you can't do it in a easy matter of arbitration and relatives, or then you can go to the court system to guarantee the rights or the alimony rights.
إخلاص المطالب شريفة أن تكون مطالبك أمام
But what you're asking is something allowed. Don't abuse. Not abuse it.
مقدار النفقة
What is the
اتسق مع الشرع. النفقة يا بني
the the expenditure?
كلمة بالمعروف.
Allah said in goodness, how you make it to numbers. This is the expert job. That's the
العرف الذي
court will decide it.
به القانون في هذا البلد ممكن أصحابه بعرف نحسم على أساسه. النفقة
The expenditure
للأولاد حد الكفاية.
it obligated what is enough. Fourth half the income, whatever it is.
هذه مسألة خبرة.
This is an expert
المحاكم إذا وجد
to the court
أو إلى التحكيم إذا لم يوجد
and to the arbitration if there is no forceful or what people agree on and consider what the judge decide on about the alimony. You could use that as a urf that is accepted Islamically. I think with this we finish today. Inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب